go to one side and talk?
Yeah, let's go somewhere quiet. Let's go to one side. Yeah.
We'll follow
Sorry,
you.
guys.
We'll follow you.
Well, then you'll be a stalker. Let's go to one side somewhere. We'll go there in the corner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said when we get the truth,
so what
you
I'm
have to
saying,
be ready to accept
in terms of
Mansur, I'd like to
searching.
challenge you to a debate.
searching for the
Why
truth,
have you been lying about the Christian
it
faith,
has to be
Mansur?
the readiness.
Mansur,
an
why have you been lying
individual.
about the Christian faith, bro?
If the individual is not ready to
Mansur,
approach this question with sincerity,
say that,
have
why
the
does Allah say
intention
that you can
to
adopt one of
accept the
creation to be a
truth
son,
wherever it may
Mansur?
be,
yeah.
then we will not be able to find the right answer. Because imagine now,
Mansur,
someone is trying to save an individual from
why are you running,
a
Mansur?
crime they may have committed or not. A lawyer.
Why am I a coward? I'm
The
right
lawyer is interested in defending his or her client, regardless of whether this person is actually criminal or not.
Why does
Because
Allah
for
say
them,
that he
it's
will
like a
adopt
job and a winning case where the client is offering them a lot of money,
Why does he
and
command
for them
Muhammad
is to
say
establish
that
this
if
client,
he had a son,
remove them from the guilt that they're accused of.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Don't push, don't push, don't push, don't push. You're pushing. You're pushing. Don't push.
Why are you hurting him?
No one's hurting
You're
him.
hurting him.
Why is he pushing?
Can
Why
you-
is Sam
Can
pushing?
you move away?
No one was pushing until Sam pushed.
Can you move away?
No one was pushing.
This is
No one was pushing. Unfortunately, he's scared of his faith. Come to Christians and interrupt our conversations and then think that they can get away with it. Now, had Lamin not behaved in the way that he had, I wouldn't be
you
here.
or Lamin.
Great.
I'm not interested in you or
Great,
Lamin.
but I'm
Go
interested
and sort
in
out
you.
your own problems.
Because you go around and you lie
Go
about
and
the
sort out your
Christian
own
faith.
problems.
You
Go and
lie
speak
about the
over there.
Christian faith.
Go and speak over there.
No,
If you think I'm lying, stand up on the ladder and go and tell people about it.
Mansur, I was not pushing until Sam
We'll talk
pushed.
later.
Okay.
What's your name?
Mansur,
Morris. It's not
you pushed Sam. You started.
So when
You
this
started
is
by
all over,
pushing.
no,
No, I was just trying to pass you. I was right behind you. Why have
So
me?
let's you want to go in. Go to your friend and we'll catch up
mate,
later.
we'll catch up.
I'll be
Brother,
around.
you're being lied to.
I'll be around.
You're being lied to, brother. You're being lied to.
This is Christianity. This is Christianity.
This interruption
move a little
was
further.
brought to you by Lamin. Had Lamin not interrupted me, I would not be here now. And had Sam not pushed me, there would have been no pushing. Ladies and gentlemen. However, since we're here, Mansur, I've got a question for you.
I'm not interested in you.
Oh, I want to ask you a question.
I'm not interested. Get a life.
So,
okay, let's
why
go for it.
Muslims? Oh, he's
Everything is
running.
recorded,
He's
Bob.
running.
Your behavior, everything is
Now we
recorded.
have an
So it's okay.
I think people are not. There are some very aggressive Christians that are interrupting with almost like crushing individuals. So I think, speak to the crowd. Exactly.
Give everyone a bit of space.
Stop lying.
Go this way.
Yeah, I think we have to have a word with the crowd to find out what's happening.
No worries, thank you. Sorry, I've got my bike with me.
This is what you want. You run. The Dawah run. The Dawah run with your people.
Right. So let's have a talk here between ourselves.
They push in violent, they push in people and saying they would push them. Liar. Liar coward.
So this is for the Muslim audience. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Wa ala alihi wa man wala. So this kind of aggressive behavior in Speaker's Corner is nothing new, right? We don't want you Muslims to take this personally and you consider Christians are all alike like this aggressive individual. Christians are not like that. If you go in your everyday life, your neighbor, they're actually good people. They don't behave as fanatic individuals like them. So I really urge you, my Muslim brothers and sisters, do not, while you're watching this, consider this individual or his crew represents the Christian people. They don't. You can still live in tolerance and in harmony and in peace and with goodwill with your Christian neighbor. Right? Do not think individuals like them and the others represent your neighbor, because your neighbor is a good person. Right? So this is an important message for you to understand. Do not feel the rage and the anger when you see your Muslim speaker, brother in Speaker's Corner, is being, with this aggressiveness. We don't care, because we are interested in the truth. So this individual that's trying to interrupt our discussion, it shows the inferiority of his belief system, perhaps, his particular ideology, because he's not able to present it to the people, but he has to come and interrupt someone else. Okay? We're not here to go and interrupt other people. Instead, we would like to invite people to Muslims. And this is what we're saying is, you should do likewise. When at your workplace, at your educational institutions, if you're doing businesses, try to represent yourself as a good Muslim in your words and in your action. When you do that, that itself is a better dawah than what I do here.
You run.
Better dawah than what I do here.
You run.
Because people, as you can see, are only interested in theatrics and rhetoric. For them, it's about winning and running and debating. I'm not interested in any of that.
You can't debate your Quran. Don't put that
I'm only,
that is assault.
brother, why ignore him?
If I did that, you would have these guys on you. Yeah.
What I'm saying is, we are not interested with these hooligans.
I'm not a hooligan. He's just poked me.
Right. So, now this is a message now,
Defend your prophet.
brother.
How old was Aisha when the Prophet Muhammad
This
married
is
her?
now a
How old was
message.
she?
I'm talking, don't interrupt.
How old was she?
This is a message to the Christian
Jesus is the
and
Son of God.
non-Muslim
That's the only way you
audience.
can be saved. Through the blood of the Lord Jesus Christ.
Brother.
Only the blood of the
Brother.
Lord Jesus
My
Christ
brother.
will save you.
Just turn your back to him.
Got a loud voice.
That's it.
Yeah, well, no one
Right.
wants to hear it.
Very loud voice. Only the blood of the
So,
Lord Jesus Christ will save you.
Okay.
imagine this was the nature of preaching. So this is a message to the Christian and non-Muslim crowd, our audience.
Say to your cameras, it's speechless comedy. You
Imagine Christ, the Son of Mary, went on preaching like that. You would not want to listen to their message. You would ignore him, saying he is a fanatic hooligan, a bigot. You would not even want to listen to him. So we have to differentiate between the people that you are paying to come here to represent you and your faith, and the real people who can have a discussion with us on an intellectual level, on an academic level. So I think, my Christian community, friends in humanity, you need to sack these people because they're failing to do their job, and offer to someone else who can better represent your faith, in which they can interact with Muslims on an intellectual level in an academic type setting, even here, rather than yelling, pushing, and this fanatical behavior. So your money that you're spending in their Patreon or the subscription, whatnot that you have, I think it's high time that you really realize that you are really wasting your money on these individuals who are doing a very, very bad job on behalf of yourself, representing your faith in Christianity or whatnot. Terrible representation. So, message to the community here, brothers and sisters and friends. If you feel this kind of behavior makes your blood boil and become angry, and you feel some kind of vengeance on whatever, I really urge you to not to come to Speaker's Corner until you can control your anger and build up a higher level of tolerance and patience. If you cannot control this behavior by reacting to provocation and incitement, this is not the place for you. Perhaps you should reconsider where you need to go and do your dawah or inviting people to Islam. Maybe that is not the place. Not every place is suitable for everyone. Some places are more toxic than others. You may also try to find out how to do anger management, increasing patience, and repelling all these things that comes, and be in a way humble and tolerant to people's foolishness. If people are a fool, ignore them and forgive them, because that's what they have been somehow indoctrinated. So the message is quite simple. Try to have this place as an open platform in which you can engage in discussions and dialogue in a spirit of peace and harmony and tolerance, not aggressive behavior and fighting. Do not consider yourself like you're a child. You are all adults here. Behave like adults and represent yourself in your community, your faith community or your ethnic community, that you are here not to create tensions and enmity and fighting between communities, but rather we should all be working towards bridging communities together in which we can live in happiness and tolerance regardless of the differences of our faith, because it's a matter of fact that we will not all agree in a faith system, but we need to know how to live knowing that difference. And if you cannot learn about these things, then I suppose you need to do what we call introspection, self-reflection, and find out why are you behaving in the way you are behaving. Speaker's Corner traditionally has been a platform of good exchange of information from each side, you and your opponents. Keep it that way, rather than having problems and fighting and harassment and aggressiveness. So we ask Allah, our Creator, to give us the understanding, all of us, so that we can be better worshippers of our Creator. If we are worshipping our Creator in a wrong concept by ascribing Him a son or a daughter or anything that our Creator will be displeased with, then we need to really work on our own belief system before we try to convince others of that belief. In the day of judgment, when God will be asking you, why did you worship a banana, a rat, an elephant, a human being, a Palestinian? What would be your response? Do you think you will stand in front of God justifying your belief system? You can't do that here in front of us. And yet, in the day of judgment, the judges of all judges, the judge of all judges, the master, the creator of this world, you think you're going to justify your belief? No chance. So wake up, people, before it's too late. Return to your Lord, your Creator, the one and only. This is where the salvation is. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.